he is completely underwater with the center of the election. Points. That's a 30-point drop in under 3 months for Trump, and they are abandoning him in record.
That's right, Donald Trump just made political history, and not the kind he wants. New data shows independents are fleeing Trump at record speed, especially on the economy. The numbers are brutal, the trend is undeniable, and the reason? Tariffs, chaos, authoritarian vibes. Trump's 2024 comeback just hit a massive wall, and it's not from the left, it's from the middle. Independent voters, once the key to his surprise 2016 win, are now souring hard on the former president. This is the political story you need to hear. Hit that subscribe button and get the truth behind Trump's collapse. The alarm bells are ringing loud. CNN's Harry Enton just exposed the numbers Trump's team didn't want you to see. It starts with the net approval rating among independents.
In this particular term, the worst ever net approval rating at this point in a presidency among independents.
That's not just bad, that's record-breaking for all the wrong reasons.
His own record here, he now holds, in this particular term, the worst ever net approval rating at this point in a presidency among independents at, get this, minus 22 points. He is 22 points underwater with independents. That breaks the old record that belonged.
Translation, Trump is now less popular with independents than at any point in his political career. So what's tanking his numbers? The economy, specifically his tariff agenda. Enton zooms in on the real disaster, Trump's economic messaging. Back in January, independents were giving him the benefit of the doubt.
To January, he was slightly above water with independents at plus 1 point.
Now,
oh my, minus 29 points. That's a 30-point.
That's a political death spiral. And when asked directly if Trump has a clear plan on tariffs,
look at this, 57%.
Worse, when asked if they support new tariffs,
independents say no, that they oppose it. It is 2/3. It is 66.
That's 2/3 gone. Just like that. Tariffs may play well with the MAGA base, but with independents, it's a triple threat of rejection. No plan, no support, no hope. Let's talk impact. New Jersey Democrat Mickey Sherrill, currently running for governor, was hearing it directly from voters.
What you were seeing in that poll, they're very unhappy with these tariffs because they're affecting people's day-to-day.
From housing to utilities to small businesses, Trump's chaotic tariff plan is wreaking havoc.
Worse. So I just talked to a local developer who told me he's paused all plans on development because his HVAC guy said that prices were going to go up 30 to 40%.
You want to rebuild America? Try doing it with construction frozen and costs soaring. And here's the kicker. These voters aren't leftist activists. They're suburban independents, middle-income moderates, many of whom voted for Trump once and now want him gone. As Sherrill puts it,
Trump is delivering it right into his hands. I think President Xi is just looking at this thinking, great. I have been trying to topple the predominance of the United States' economy for years now and to grow China's, and Trump.
She's not exaggerating. Global markets are watching the US unravel its trade policy in real time, and they're turning to China for stability. This isn't strategy, it's surrender. If you thought the economy was bad news for Trump, wait until you hear what's happening on foreign policy. In one jaw-dropping moment, Trump suggested,
when you start a war, you got to know that you can win the war, right? You don't start a war against somebody that's 20 times your size and then hope.
Translation, he's blaming Ukraine for being invaded by Russia. New Jersey Congresswoman and Navy veteran Mickey Sherrill fires back.
And nothing could be more false. Ukraine did not start this war. Russia invaded Ukraine.
She calls it what it is, revisionist history, and says it's right out of a dictator's playbook.
Misstate history and rewrite history in this nation.
This is what independents are seeing and rejecting. Trump's cozying up to Putin, parroting propaganda, and undermining the very democracy he once swore to defend. And it's not just Ukraine. Sherrill warns,
when you see him picking off law firms, when you see him picking off schools, they think they can work here and kind of keep.
Trump's authoritarian streak isn't going unnoticed, and it's pushing voters away. Mikey Sherrill lays it out clearly.
This is an administration that is totally into, how Trump can self-deal, how he can enrich himself and his.
That hits differently when you realize how hard independents are getting squeezed by inflation, tariffs, and economic instability, while everyday Americans are drowning in rising costs, Trump's orbit is focused on loyalty, retribution, and wealth accumulation. And Democratic governors, they're starting to wake up.
Look, I think right now what Democratic governors have to do,
That's not just campaign talk. That's a national strategy to block Trumpism at the state level. Housing, utilities, healthcare, foreign policy, trade. Voters are watching Trump's second act, and they're seeing chaos, corruption, and confusion, which is why Cheryl says,
look, I need you to fight against Washington right now because everything they're doing is destroying our economy.
this is the new front line, the battle for the middle. Trump's base may be loyal, but the middle is breaking away fast. And in 2024, it's the independents who'll decide the future. Drop a comment. Has Trump lost the center forever? Share this video. The numbers don't lie, and America needs to hear them. Subscribe for more unfiltered political breakdowns, because this isn't about left or right anymore. It's about sanity versus chaos.